Hello everybody, thank you for joining me for Trust Fund Tuesdays. Michael Clark, CEO of Culture Shock Investments, here to talk to you about generation skipping trust this week. Now, disclaimer, I am not an estate attorney. You want to refer to an estate attorney that specializes in setting up trust when you want to establish your trust. I'm just here to provide you some information so that you could maybe identify one that you like or sounds interesting to you, and you could bring that to your estate attorney, and then you guys could take it from there, okay? So, the generation skipping trust essentially allows you to give your grandkids everything and allows you to not give your kids jack shit. No, I'm just kidding. But it does allow you to pass all your assets along to your grandchildren, and it allows the parents to be set up as the trustees of that account. So, the parents do get some control over the assets and allows them to do some things with those assets that you are passing down to the grandchildren, and only if they're doing them in benefit of the grandchildren or the beneficiaries. But that is a powerful tool. We're going to come back around to that later. But the main benefit of the generation skipping tax is that it avoids the estate tax that we talked about in previous videos. If you haven't checked those out, check them out. Like, subscribe, and follow right now. And that estate tax is $11.2 million. So this adds an additional $5 million through the bill that was passed in 2012 of generation skipping tax exemption. So this is a special tax exemption for generation skipping trust. And that $5 million was actually extended by President Trump to $11 million. And that extension is supposed to last to 2026 unless Congress extends it. So right now, as it stands, you have about $22 million worth of estate tax exemption to work with when you're passing along assets from yourself down to your children. Now that's a massive amount of tax exemption protection. And let's circle back around to why that's important when you're passing these assets down to your grandchildren and letting the parents remain as the trustees. Because some assets that exist in the timeline of the grandparents' lifetime those same assets don't exist in the parents' lifetime. So cryptocurrency is a perfect example. In my lifetime, cryptocurrency is the main thing, and it's proven to be a main part of society, and it's growing. But during my parents' or my grandparents' lifetime, cryptocurrency didn't exist at all. But through that generation skipping trust, I'm allowed to use the assets in the trust to now make those investments as long as they're benefiting the beneficiaries of the account. You see how powerful that can be? And then you just flip it and set up another trust for the profits gained from those assets. All right, see you guys next week for Trust Fund.